John Silva didn't need a regional title to make it to the UFC. His highlight reel knockouts and near 92% finish rate were enough to get him into the UFC, and he hasn't disappointed thus far. Today we'll take a look at the featherweight out of Sao Paulo, Brazil, John Silva, in today's episode of Career Highlights.
Oh, Till's out! It's over!
It's over! It's over!
That's what I'm saying, boy! Oh! He got dropped! It's over! Munoz! Oh my God!
The perfect place to start for John Silva's career, and to give you an idea of what he's about, let's take a look at his pro debut and we'll watch it in its entirety. What a knockout. A perfect way to start his career and a perfect way to tell you that this guy is a knockout and finishing specialist. John Silva is another Brazilian that I've looked at for this card for career highlight videos that suffered all of his career defeats really early on in his career. He is currently on a 10-fight unbeaten streak, and in Brazil there isn't much opportunity for amateur career fights, so his pro career and mixed martial arts career in general had to start fresh as a professional. That wouldn't stop John Silva from becoming a very, very intense and successful prospect. Now at 12-2, there was a regional matchup really early on in his career where the 5-2 Silva took on a 7-2 Tamaray who had 5 finishes of his own, and the grappling would be back and forth early in the first round. His opponent, clearly very skilled, landed a massive takedown, but both guys returned to the feet towards the back half of the round, and then late in the first round, Silva would land his second highlight reel knockout in a tough matchup, solidifying himself as a prospect that we need to keep our eyes on at 6-2. Silva would continue his dominance all the way to 9-2, and Silva got the elusive Dana White Contender Series call after his first double-digit win. And he'd take on an undefeated Argentinian in Kevin Vallejos, who was the youngest fighter on the show at 21. It would end up being a close fight between the unconventional Silva attacking from different angles with a wider array of strikes versus the boxing technique of Kevin. Silva really tested the chin of the young fighter late in the second round, putting together a massive 2 minutes of consistent onslaught after hurting Vallejos with a knee and massive elbow on the fence. The third round would be much of the same, with Silva really showing his forward pressure and aggression. Even when having the fight in the bag with rounds 2 and rounds 3 being clearly his, he went after it like Max Holloway in the last seconds of the round to put a stamp on getting the UFC contract. The back half of this fight really turned into an instant classic, and John Silva, without a doubt, would get himself on the UFC roster for his next fight, although losing his 100% finish rate in the process, but getting on the right side of a decision for the first time in his career. But he would get back to finishing ways in his UFC debut. Taking on Weston Wilson, he would again land an onslaught of strikes, but this time Weston's chin could not hang in there and Mark Goddard was forced to step in. John Silva landed some of the craziest strikes you can see, flying knees on takedown attempts, jump kicks. It was an awesome performance. Now, the born finisher looks to get his second UFC win off of the huge knockout in his debut. The featherweight is a finishing machine, and his highlight reel is awesome. Let me know your thoughts on this fighter in the comments section below, and let me know how you think he does in his next fight. But that'll do it for today, guys. If you enjoyed, smash that like button and subscribe to Combat Sports Central, and I will see you in the next one.